Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 13 of the Ridgeside Farm Folktales hard mode playthrough. And last time, we were, well, tunneling a lot. I have done some more tunneling, but off camera, which may upset some people. But, well, for my sanity, as well as yours, it's not really fun to watch. So, I will get the beavers a running by pressing the right button. And we should be in a good place. So we did obviously this down here. We added a farm, which was quite nice. We added some old sunflower seeds. Let's just zoom down. We added this. They're going to do this. In theory, everything will be fine when we clear it. We'll see when we get there. But we do have some wheat once this starts coming in, which will be, well, soon. Like the next day, maybe. We will be able to start filling this and put some beavers in here. Now, we are short of, well, beavers to fill these jobs. But we will get to that in just a moment. What I did do also, which... much to no one's displeasure, is build this. So this was another off-camera thing. Again, 2 levels high, and the reason why it's much smaller is because otherwise it starts to then cut into the trees, which I didn't want to do. So this sits beautifully underground. Nothing is impacted that I can see. And in theory, everything should overhang nicely based on previous attempts. I have been thinking, and again, dangerous, I know, but thinking about putting something underneath this, perhaps to grow some more of the cattails and spider ducks. I'm not entirely sure if these fit under one, but I'm not going to look at it now. But there was another suggestion, one that does not involve us going underground. So, step 1, well, we might go underground to see how they're getting on, but I'm not going to lay one if absolutely necessary. But to move, well, not move, but increase our, well, housing, but put it inside the delta. Now, I have on good authority that these do not classify as flooded when they're in there. So, let's find out, shall we? Now, there's not a great many places we can put stuff. To get them to fit in particularly nicely. Maybe there will be okay. But yeah, basically we're going to build a couple of complexes around here, or we could dynamite out the centre, but I think it's going to be much nicer to have them as like just little islands like this. I'll just build the one for now because I don't believe there's a path to get through into this. But it does mean we're at the right height, which is nice. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is. So, looks like we're going to be clearing these areas off of wood, which isn't too bad, I suppose. We could just demolish everything, I guess. Also just as easy. And do that, and clear this. Don't worry too much about these areas just yet. But the plan will be to have a few houses dotted about on a few of islands. We'll probably join them up to make things a little bit nicer for them. But we'll probably use, where are they? The bridges to do this. So we'll probably just unlock these. Which, for the amount of science we've got, shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so it's not complaining it's not flooded, which is ideal. Let's just then say connected that up. Happy days. All right, cool. Just so that we're not going too crazy. Just going to pause them for now. I'd like to build the areas up first. So let's think about how we want to lay out some of these. So I wonder if it'd be... Can we get the big boy in here? No, it's too far. Way too far. Can't put it there either. But that one will fit. Let's lay that one in. And try and make these as interestingly as possible without it looking a bit ridiculous. I mean, the paths are going to be a bit weird, but I think they'll be much better off being done like that. We might need to obviously clear some of the areas as well. So can these go across here? They can. That'd be kind of cool. Just wondering if... I'm going to change my tack just ever so slightly. I'm going to put in slightly smaller ones. Doesn't really matter from this side. Although connecting it up might be an advantage. Go away for now. No, but the reason why is because if we get the smaller ones, we don't chew through so much of the paths or the area to build on. If that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to me, but yeah, it's something for these guys to get built at some point soon. Hopefully that should expand the area that this can get to, which it can. So we'll get them back in to dig all that out. We may as well say goodbye to these trees. I might just rip them all out, to be fair. Just set it and forget it. Get rid of this island. Weirdly, it won't do the dragging thing. There we go. Come this far. Okay, so hopefully they'll be in range when I add the paths. These aren't the final layout for the paths either. But they should get this built, but I'm going to have to say make it slightly bit more important. Thank you very much. As they will be underneath here. Again, we will not be dropping down. Oh, I did also install this, which will eventually allow them to get into start cutting into the rock face to build the second layer, which is why that's there. So, in terms of housing, I'm going to lay these in, but not... I see that was more centered, but never mind. We will pause them when we get to it. What are they waiting on here? Play. Alright, fine. In fact, we'll just pause them for now. So this will be the Downtown Delta housing complex. So we should be able to get quite a few of these laid in for some beachside living. And again, we'll just randomly lay them in. If we were to put that there, we're not going to be able to get across, are we? Maybe that doesn't live there. We'll put the teeny tiny bridge in. We'll put the other houses in. And I think then what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's to replace 8. So, because I would like to get rid of these, maybe turn them more into water storage. We will need to put some stuff around, so a couple of piles for food and water and whatnot. So they won't be too bad for us. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll not be able to get to that if we build. Oh no, we can put that there. So it may look a bit of a mess, but I think it will look pretty good once we've decorated the area. And I'm still going to complain because there's no paths, which is true. There are no paths. But they're going to be well outside of their reachability as well. But this guy should be able to cut some trees down. And then, yeah, a forester will go in somewhere. We'll replant some more trees, a bit more aesthetically pleasing. But good. Anyway, so failed to mention that there is a bad tide during in progress. So that means we have all this lovely power. And last time I didn't mention that we were going to maybe look at doing a bad water rig, but we seem to be successfully filling these up. So if planks be the problem, and it seems to be that beavers are the problem as well. So what we're looking like on here. So one's about to come in. I think and the rest are halfway done, halfway cooked. But yeah, okay, so I think we are going to have to turn these on, but I don't really want to grow the population that much, if I'm honest, but it should be fine. Again, the water will drop out on here, and there's not much we can do about that. I don't think. That is the bottom of the map, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, okay. So we can't put like a little sinkhole in. We could, well, fill it all in and then do that, but nah, it ain't happening that way, my friends. It ain't happening. So, I think it might be an idea to get these guys rocking and rolling. Don't think we need to worry too much about that, so we'll pause that. Metal is also fine. That's going to be stuck behind production for the scrap, which is up here. There is someone here, but I think they're probably very busy. So that's probably going to get... Yeah, alright, so that's going to come over there. So we can let the scrap metal build back up. We're not in any mega rush. We are literally going through planks and everything in the short term. So, with that said, I'm just not sure what it's going to do. So this is going to be a bit of an experiment, this. So what we need to do is be able to see underwater, which we have just done. And I'm just wondering what the best way to deal with it is, because we need to carve out an area to protect the beavers to come down here. So, and also builds it. So, let's see, is it just a case of using the big one? Probably. Actually, that would work out. So let me just move this. So, the vision will become clear at some point. I hope, anyway. We're just going to do this. Now, yeah, okay, that would be better. Bit convoluted, but it will allow us to build everything in a nice little bit of. It's doing that thing again where I can't drag. There we go. So, that will allow that to be fully built, and it will allow it to be fully protected. So, we just need to add in that. What is up here? Dirt, which we don't need. Logs. Scrap metal. We probably could do with... they're down there. They can get in the things. It would be more of an advantage, I suppose, if we had the metal up here as well, which, you know what, just for the sake of it. Let's just say this is metal blocks. For now, it doesn't really matter, but it will allow us to build it. And for here, let's rigify this thing. So let's put that there. So that's going to suck in a lot of stuff. So actually it may be worth building this first. And getting that obtained and getting the haulers to haul. But they'll do that tomorrow, beaver time anyway. I don't think it's necessary. For the simple fact that, well, it's just not necessary. But, yeah, anyway. What I might do... I don't think it needs to be this big, but what I might do is just sluice this and just set it to open for now. Because they're gonna probably build all of that before the rig gets built anyway, so we need an outflow. Let's turn that off. And leave it as always open. As it's a valve, it will not come back in, so this can be evaporating as we go. I suppose we could pump out of it, but it seems a bit much. Haulers, bring me metal blocks. And I suppose just for... typical. Nowhere to stick it. Bring me the sparkly planks as an obtain. Do me this solid also. So we have 5 days left. We're pretty much out of water everywhere. They'll be fine. We probably... Well, we did do this last time as well, so there's just a tiny bit of water left in there. We probably do need something to deal with this area so it doesn't dry out. I mean, this was a 20-day bad tide, and these have got, well, they've got 10 days. Yeah, okay, I think they'll be fine. We do have a ton of wheat, so let's get some in here. They should be able to make an absolute boatload of wheat, so is everyone up here happy? Seemingly so. And I guess this is going to need some prioritization. Just so they don't get too distracted by what's happening underneath here. Let's just see how far they've got. Quite a ways. So can we get any of these goods back? Ah, fine. Oops. Can't take them all out yet. Or can we? If we did that, they'd all drop out. Which I think is fine. Let's do that. Yes. Okay, that didn't take out as much as I'd hoped. Yes. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to put those back in. It's a bit of a shame, but I will not subject you to it. Although I may have to, because they're not going to build it otherwise. Should have left it be. What am I doing after this? You see, now I can't do those because they're not supported, which is exactly where I didn't want to be. Alright, okay. The sigh. I'll fix it off camera. I won't, again, not subjected to it. Leave them to do it. How are they getting on up here? Oh, they're cooking up here. Nice. That's a nice, wonderful amount of builder beavers. It shouldn't take them long to fix this area up. Should be enough outflow with 4 of these things anyway. I'm hoping there's not causes too much issue. Right now these are generating about 140-ish. The whole grid is... well, I could separate it to be fair, but it's probably a really bad idea to do that. You don't need to do this then, do you? How did they build all of that with... maybe they can. Well, if we don't need it, we won't build it. I'm not sure how they built this one. Oh, I suppose I could walk to the end and... I don't know, actually. I'm not sure how all that was built. Oh, they probably walked across the top, didn't they? Yeah, alright, fair enough. Fair enough. And sink everything into this, please. We don't need to worry too much about these anymore. They'll bring the gears from down here, I think they are. Paper. Yeah, so we've got plenty of gears. Not too much to worry about. We're going to have to wait for it to evaporate anyway, so there's not a great deal we can do. We could have terraformed the land a bit, I suppose, but never mind. Okay, so... you've cut everything down here, so let's just get rid of you. And we'll start to worry a little bit. Right, okay, so cycle 31, we lost quite a bit of reservoir, but all the tanks are topped up, so everything's still lush and green, so we're all good. Shouldn't take too long for this to fill back up. It looks like they can't reach those, but we should be able to lay in the paths now at least to get this somewhat done. Doing that up. So yeah, we're going to have to put another lumberjack in. That's no biggie. It's a bit of a distance for him to travel. We can put a zip line in over here as well, which will obviously speed things up quite nicely. We can connect up to here. I think it will reach, but if not, we can always put a proper one in. So let's just say it will reach, looking at that. It'll still reach there as well, which is ideal. Okay. Go with that actually. Go with that over that. So, remember this number. See, it's already gone down. Already gone down. Gone down significantly. Keep an eye on that. See if that's a problem. If it is, we'll just take all this back out. Again, I don't think we need it. We've got, what, 3,000 bad water? Where is it? Yeah, 3.7 all in here. I don't think it's really needed, but it was suggested that I build it, so I did build it. And obviously we don't want to put anyone in here just yet until it's dried off. That shouldn't take too long. A cycle or two. Okay. Really? Oh yeah, there won't be because we need to prioritize this. I see also we can put a sneaky little one in here. Give them a few options. You should be able to cut everything there once that bridge is built. A little bit of flooding, but nothing major. Maybe that built too. Zipline's in there, so they will probably never use this bridge again, but it's a nice bit of additional egress for us should we need it. We can put more pools in, Lidos. somewhere. We probably do need to get across to this side though, don't we? So, let's see. That'll get us there. We need to get across to here, so let's say... there. Oh, well, they can reach everything. Nice. They should be marked, which they are. Do me that, and do me that. Okay, so... yep. I don't like the lack of power. We're not using it all, so it's not maybe not too bad. Maybe not too bad. I'm sorry, I know I lied. And please don't shoot me for lying, but but I need to be able to take off these. That's one. Don't think I've broken this one intrinsically yet. We need these. There then to just to support the ones above, but we do need to blast these ones up on the next level. So I believe this will work. I don't know if it will. So just zoom up a level. Am I on the wrong level here? I am. I am on the wrong level. What am I doing? Why did nobody tell me? Why did nobody tell me? He says, talking to himself. This is the level I want us to be at. Didn't need to build that. I don't think it will let me explode these, to be fair, but we'll find out. Don't think it will let me explode them. I'm going to have to refill it all back in, but we'll see. We need to do that, that, and that. I think that will work. We do need to take out a lot of underneath here. But I'll not do it just yet. So one, so that one needs to come out. That one doesn't. All of that does. That's in line with that, and then all of those will come out. Okay. Unpause. See what they get built here. I know I promised you, and I'm sorry I lied. So we have a ton of flour, and a ton of wheat, to be fair, and a ton of builders, even though they are limited jobs. We have 3 people doing absolutely nothing. Well, well, well. In that case, why don't you make yourselves useful by, I guess, topping back up the sparkly planks, the gears, and I suppose the metal. May as well go for it. So, food, bakery, 160 science, yes please. So we can either make maple pastries, bread, or cattail crackers. So we have no cattail crackers, so there's no point worrying too much about those. However, though, can we fit? No, we can't. Okay, so let's just say for now, do these. I'd like this to be bread, this to be the old maple pastries, and we need somewhere to stick them. So, the Tapper Shack has nobody in it, but it does now. And the Gatherer Flags, we are collecting 20 chestnuts and sticking them absolutely nowhere. So, wrong storage. Right storage. Entrance is blocked, is it? Not anymore. You will be 4. Where are you? Chestnuts, and you will be 4. Where is it? Flour, not the dandelions. Bread. We also need some more of these, so we're going to have to rejig some of this area. We could move the builders' huts anywhere else, as they're only going to be in there when they've got nothing to do, so let's just stick them up here and out of the way. What have we got down here? 4? So build me these first. Then we'll retire these ones as they come online. So we've got 4 down here, they'll come up out of the way. That should free up some more areas down here to be able to install some, well, for one, a path, like so. So, no one in there. You're empty. You're empty. Low priority job. That for planks. Don't need you there anymore. I mean, we probably did actually, but never mind. Herbalist. No, we never... Well, the beaver that we had died. So I think we'll just get rid of that. 16-day drought. Nothing too much to worry about with that. To be able to align those up, so why don't we do that? Build me that, please, and path that up. We should be able to squeeze some more storages in if my plan is true. We could put some in here, but they're a bit too big. They won't... Oh, they will. They would fit. Are you supporting that? You are not. Well, in that case then. Get rid of those. So you need to be for the maple pastries. And we just need to fix some of the pathing around here. And stick that in there. That gives us plenty of room. It doesn't quite tuck in as well as it could have done, but it's good enough, I think. So what else do we have? Grilled chestnuts. We need to grill them. We've got that set. I don't think we have a massive storage for sunflower seeds. Okay, I don't think we do. We could though. We very easily could. So let's just say that's grilled chestnuts then. And we'll just get these done first. We're out of power anyway, so... Gravity batteries are holding steady-ish. Let's make their burden a little bit easier. I don't think we need to worry about that. We'll leave the explosives factories and that and the grist mill running for us, and that should hopefully mean that these guys are charging again. As long as the wind blows, we should be okay. We do not need these guys, so let's bin them off. And we should be able to get people baking. So we do need, I believe, a big tank, I believe. To store as that maple syrup. I think one tank will be enough, if I'm honest. I hope. I pray. We'll see. We have a board beaver, so that's okay. I think I'm gonna not bother with this. I think the power is better, and with 6 it seems to be working fine. Even with 2 of them not prioritised by haulers, we've filled up 3,000. Let me know what you think. If you think we should keep this, let me know. Obviously it hits the power, so... there's no other decent way of generating power unless we get a million trillion windmills, but they are absolutely awful. Their inconsistency anyway. Yeah, these guys up here are helping out quite nicely as well, so that's okay. Right, so up here, we're not cutting anything down, so you don't need to exist anymore. We could do with someone in here though. Don't think there's any others. You were chestnuts. Let's make hauling problems rather than you a problem. Do you want to get rid of these? You may as well. In there anyway, so just delete. But it gives us more space to add some gatherers and whatnot, should we need to. What's up with you? Have you cleared everything? You have. Okay, let's just lay in these temporary paths anyway. Your entrance is there. Pause you for now, and I think that's everything pathed up, to be fair. Looking at it. Yes, I believe it is. So we've got some spare stuff to do. Right, let's see if we can't beautify this area slightly. Ah yes, that's you. Fine. What are you? Oh, also that. Okay, fine. So... let's see. So... oh, told you a lie. Told you a massive lie. Nope. Storage. So let's say a water there, a water there. I lied again. I'll just lay these in first. I lied a third time. So each one of these should get their own little water bucket. I can't really put one on the door. I'm going to make a good name for myself by saying that I've connected all these up, and I actually have not. Okay, so let's just make this easy. Water, water, water. In here, storage. Before water. And then, similarly, without cutting them off, obviously. Can't really do that one that well. It doesn't mean to say that they're going to use these particular ones, but at least they're local-ish. To what to put in them, though? That's the question. I suppose for breakfast you want bread, don't you? So let's just make all of these bread. Everyone likes a nice bit of toast. It's water, so you don't want to get that wet, otherwise it'd be disgusting. Bread, right. And to make bread, we will need a bakery, and the bakery should be online, which it is. They're probably going to eat that as quick as they can put it away, to be fair. Wheat flour is full, so that means that should be bored, which is good. We do need another grill. You're doing spadaduck. Well, I think there's a perfect place to stick a grill. I suppose there. Okay. Everybody's got some bread. Everybody's got some water, or they will have once it's finished. Don't really want to build any more houses just yet, but at least there'll be plenty spare down here. Right, so stuff. Let's make it nice. Yes. So this may be a bit cheesy, but we could lay them in strategically placed areas to make them a bit nicer, but I don't really like that. We could... We can put them at junctions, I suppose. Nice. Maybe not that junction, because it doesn't reach. So the bread's doing its stuff, which is good. You're not going to any paths, you say? There you are. They can reach those, which is nice. Alright, so... Ooh, I have just seen the future. Maybe. Yeah, look at that. Got a statue on every door. Not creepy. Guarding the entrance against predators. So that should cover those. What else can we put in? Yes, we've got roofs, lanterns. We need lanterns. These guys need to be able to see, don't they? So let's put them near the bridges, where they make a little bit of sense, maybe. The area effect is not the greatest, but you'd get it when they walk by. I believe that's everywhere. No, need one there, I guess. Guy's facing the wrong way. There we go, it's facing the door now. What else can we add? Bulletin board. Should probably put the bulletin board there. Just about town, so to speak. Let's see. I just don't do anything in this version. It's a scarecrow. Do we need a scarecrow? Because if we're going to hit everything, shrubs. Oh, we need shrubs, obviously. Again, the area of effect is pretty pants. Yeah. That'll do. Bit out of the way, but it should work. That will work. Nothing there. Don't think we can hit this one or these two. So let's fix that by doing that. So I've got lanterns that the swings do nothing. It's just this guy. Yeah, whatever. Kind of pointless, but why not, I suppose. We're doing it for everything else, we may as well. Which way is which? I mean, they do have quite a big area of effect, to be fair. If we build something over here, we'll add some more decorations, but I think... that... Is that covered? I think it is. That would be. Well, you guessed it. What are these? There we go. And I believe, other than the lamps not really getting the distance, can't really do much about that. But this downtown area looks like an eyesore, but I think it'll look good. I mean, obviously not when it's dead, but still, it'll look good when it's alive. So in 3.4 days, it'll look good. Gives them time to build everything as well. Right, so we've used about a tank of bad water, so that's okay. We're making enough juice from the old windmills, that's fine. We have more than half the tank of water left. This thing is dry, but leave it alone for now. Let's see. These have dried out. We probably could have done with putting an extra pump, to be fair. Not a pump, but a irrigation ditch, if you like these. That should give them plenty to do. I am going to take a sneak peek under the ground. What are we out of? Planks, as ever. Oh, have they got all that out? They have. They have indeed, and I bet their half the problem is that the fact they don't have ability to reach. Need to go down just one more level. So in theory, again, I know I said I wouldn't be down here, but in theory, all this should say is planks, which it does. So, yes. With an army of builders, we can just say, please come and pick these up. Because that will allow them to finish at least some things. Okay. We may have started on the second level, actually. We kind of have. Now this will have the same problem of lack of paths. But not anymore. Oh yes, we did pause that farmhouse. Don't think we actually needed to. Don't think we needed two in the end, but I also forgot that we're not playing Iron Teeth, so they need two farms just to keep up for the most part. All right, let's see how these guys are doing. So food is looking fantastic. Cocktail crackers is terrible because they don't exist. we need the big boy social life. We could turn some of these into rooftop terrace rather than roofs. I don't think I want to do that. But I might. Oh, ooh. Could do that here. That might be a good idea. Where is it? If we went with this and this. Should be enough downtime for them to get some benefit out of that. And we obviously have the ladders, which should work there. We'll build that for us shortly, and we've not cut them off from being able to get into the houses, so that's nice. Can anything go on here? Probably. We could be really cheesy, and I think we're going to be, because we can. No. Yes. Build me that. We can't do that, can we? Because that's going to block off the entrance to these, which can't exist. I remembered now that these need those two. I don't know why I thought these two would do. It made sense in my head, but clearly it won't. But what it does mean we could do is this. I know it's proper cheesy, but I think it'll be good. Can we squeeze anything in there? Does that fit? No, it doesn't. Okay. Does anything go in there? No. Wait, we've got a bench under, which is next to useless. Yeah, why not? Pointless, but why not? Alright, that'll give them plenty to do. We still have a bored beaver. So, I'll tell you what we do need to do. We need to get the beavers back into here. Metal blocks. Don't think we need to worry about. Sparkly planks we definitely don't need to worry about. Gears we don't need to worry about. So, first those two we can get going. We have got a absolute bucket load of grilled chestnuts, which is fantastic to see. Ballers to deal with that. I'm dealing with that. Bin those. Okay, so I think that will about do us for this episode. We've obviously got this downtown delta coming along nicely. We'll build more houses eventually. I was going to rip these out, but I'm not going to now. Just because it's going to, well, look nice. We do need to put some more things in here. Probably the monuments, to be fair. The Fountain of Joy would be quite nice to be in here also. Will it fit? It won't. But it will fit there. And it will cover everyone if you fit it. Is there a place you can go that covers everything? It went here. As long as a square's in it, it should fit. So we can terraform this area and put the Fountain of Joy in there. We'll only work some of the time, but I think that's good enough. Okay. What else have we done? Tidied up some areas, so we're now producing grilled chestnuts. Maple pastries less so. I guess they're getting eaten before... Yeah, they're getting eaten long before they're in storage, which is kind of predictable. Bread's looking good though. Chestnuts we're not keeping either. So again, they're probably just getting straight in, straight cooked, and they can get eaten, but that'll be fine. Spider duck's fine. This area's coming along. And this area down here is sort of coming along. Sort of. Kinda. Sort of. But I will fix this area off camera, so not to put anyone through the pain of watching me have a mental breakdown dealing with it. However, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please put them down below, and I will give those a read as always. If you have any suggestions also, keen to see them. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.